Hey everyone, I just wanted to send out a quick message today, something that I've been thinking about over the last couple of days. And that idea is just this idea of kind of changing what you, kind of getting over a hump of, changing a certain behavior. So for me, it came about because on Friday I went out for lunch and I went to a Middle Eastern restaurant. And most of my meal was just fine. I picked my protein just fine. It was grilled, nothing breaded, nothing like that. And then I had a choice of a salad or soup, so I chose tabbouleh for my salad, so that was all good. And then I had a choice of rice or French fries. And I've been to this restaurant a couple of times, and so I already knew that I could get grilled vegetables even though they were not on the menu. So the first time though, I kind of thought, oh gosh, like, do I have some rice? Maybe I'll just have a little bit. And then I just asked the waitress and I said, can I have something else instead of that? And she's like, oh, we have grilled vegetables. And I was like, perfect. So then I started doing that. But the thing that always gives me trouble is the bread because I can't resist it. So I oftentimes will still have some and I'll try and say, okay, I'll just have one piece. And I never just have one piece because I love it. So it's my weakness. So what I did this time is I forgot to ask them to not include it with my order. I did a carry out. So I went and picked it up right away before I could even be tempted by the smell of it. I took the bread out of the bag and I said, I'm gonna have to pass on this. I gave it back to the guy. He didn't make a big deal of it or anything like that. Wasn't any issue. And I just gave it right back to him and he said, okay, no problem. And so then the temptation wasn't even there. But that's been something that I have in my head. Sometimes I'll keep saying, oh, I should just not have the bread because we know if the temptation isn't there, like you don't bring things into your home, then you're not gonna be able to eat them. But this one has been especially hard. So, now I feel like, okay, I've done it once, I can keep doing it again. So it's getting over kind of that hump of doing that behavior once. And so what happens once you do it once, it gives you the confidence to know that this is something that you can do and you see how you feel afterwards. So you may not feel like, oh, that was super great or whatever, although you should feel very proud of yourself for whatever it was. But you also know that you weren't like so missing it. Like when I didn't have bread while I was eating, and certainly after I was done eating, I didn't care. It didn't make a difference to me in that moment. So trying to change that behavior. So that gives you that confidence, but then it also just starts to create a better habit for yourself. So this can now be a habit. Every time I go and I get carry out from that restaurant, I know I'm just gonna say no thank you to the bread. That way it doesn't even come back with me. So I'd love to hear from you guys if you've had any experiences like this, kind of, maybe a bad habit or something that you've been trying to overcome to change to make it a better habit or a better, healthier behavior. So comment below, let me know what you guys have done to make yourselves healthier and stronger. Thanks.